supposed to do. Protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Throwing, Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. You look at this Saints defense. They've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Ready?
Young on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready?
They're going to try and throw. Sliding out of the pocket. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Panthers nothing.
Come on.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Young to throw it. He's got Mingo. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things...
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
It's a second down run with Sanders. They find some open field here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. Forced out to his left. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Johnson with a reception. 27 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Keith Taylor. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing his car on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta with it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Easy, kill.
Carr gonna throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He's got room at the 30. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, 54 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Yellow. Ready?
Now here's Young. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. That throw by Young incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep body.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast
making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready to. As we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Carr locates Kamara on the out route. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming. Hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
On the ball.
They go play action. Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready?
Now Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Young. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. That throw by Young incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
At their 48-yard line.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Monday, now!
Now a play fake. Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Carr will try it again on second down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
This was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Young going to move him around. Here's Young off the play fake. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun now on third down, Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. To throw is Carr. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. First down, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Young will set to throw. He's got Mingo. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down throw for Young. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing now is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Okay, ready?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Set.
Young working out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Young on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down. Now Carr. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Panthers 35.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Check, smash. Ready, ready.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Young to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Carr gonna throw here. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Hey, 7:34, 6:18.
To throw is Carr. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Saints 49, Panthers 35.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Six, mega. Hut, hut.
One last shot for Young. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one?
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Since we're about to get underway, we'll kick it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. You're down a field goal. You have the ball on your opponent's 35-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10.
10 yards on the play. And the first down.
Ready?
Once again, it's Swift. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double 38. Set.
Now Young. And this one too low.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And Young's throw there incomplete. All right, not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can replay the challenge right. And the Blues now looking at a 1st and 10 as they get set to rock. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Blues go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.